this. I'm going to hit that button now. All right, so we are recording. Yeah, and keep that in mind too. If you've turned your camera on, we are recording. So, you know, this will be on the web at some point. Just keep that in mind. So, all right, we're going to jump into it. Some of you probably don't know who I am. I'm Ashley Potter. I am in your upline, most likely. I'm a Ruby ambassador with Plexus. I got started with Plexus in March of 2015. So we're coming on my 1-year anniversary with Plexus. It has been an amazing 11 months. I mean, it has blown my socks off. It's been better than I could have ever dreamed. The friendships that I've made, the relationships that I already had that have gotten deeper through this business, through working with people. The products have changed my life. The business has changed my life. There's just so many blessings. I couldn't even count them all in one hand, the blessings that have come from this business. So I'm so excited that you're doing this with me. And I know that this is the thing to do. So I'm really excited, but that's who I am. I wanted to introduce myself in case, you know, we haven't talked or haven't really had the chance to do that. So that's me. And that kind of goes along with my first tip for you. I know some of you might have gotten into this business, you know, by accident. You weren't planning on doing a business. Maybe you just really liked the products and you weren't planning on doing anything with the business. And that's okay. You know, you can change your mind at any point. If you just want to get your products cheaper and at some point you're like, hey, we could really work this hard, that's your decision. I'm going to assume for the purpose of this call that everyone on here wants to have some measure of success with the business. Okay. So we're not going to talk a lot about products tonight. We're not going to talk a lot about your health tonight. That's for another call. I'm going to assume that you want to have some measure of success. Maybe you want to make $500 extra a month. Maybe you want to stay home with your kids. I don't know what that is, but that's something you're going to need to determine. So my first tip for you getting started with this business is to determine your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you with Plexus? You know, what is this? And I know for some of you that have been on these calls before, I talk about this a lot. It is so important that you know why you're doing what you're doing. If you don't have any reasons why, then you're going to quit. You're going to get discouraged and you're going to fall off. But if you have something that keeps you motivated, keeps you grounded, then that's going to really push you through being successful with this business. My why, just to give you an example of one, is my kids. I have 2 kids, Titus and Vera. Titus will be 2 on Friday and Vera is 5 months old. And I want nothing more than to be able to stay home with them comfortably and provide for my family, bring in some extra income and stay home with my kids. That's just where my heart is at. And Plexus has been able to help me do that. But there have been discouraging days. There have been days where somebody, you know, made fun of me for posting on Facebook, or someone made fun of me for loving these products, for drinking pink. Someone decided to quit my team, or someone decided they didn't want to buy from me anymore. And I know you just got started, and I hope that those times are less frequent for you than they have been for me. But network marketing is a roller coaster ride. So you're going to need to determine your why. You're going to need to know why you're doing this. It's going to help you to get through those times when things don't always go the way that we'd like for them to. So what is your why? I want you to determine that, and then I want you to tell your sponsor what it is. Put it down on paper and let them know. So whoever signed you to Plexus, whoever's team you're on my team, yes, but most likely you're on someone else underneath me. Write down your why and let your sponsor know what it is. And your why can change. So right now, maybe your why is because I want to get products at wholesale price. Great. Eventually down the road, your why might be because I want to make a 6-figure income and stay home with my kids. It can change, but you're going to always need to be evaluating that because it's also going to determine what you put your energy into. If you need $100 extra a month, you're not going to be working as hard as me because I need a full-time income from this business. So I'm working really hard. Maybe you don't need to work that hard. Maybe you do. That's something that you're going to need to determine. The beauty of this business of network marketing is that you are your own boss. I can't tell you what to do. So you're going to have to determine why you're doing it and what you're going to do to drive yourself. I'm not your boss. I'm your upline, and you have your own business. So you get to decide what is important and what you're going to focus on. So let your why determine what you do. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is just to have a belief. I know you guys just jumped in. You're not really sure. You're hopeful. Your fingers are crossed and you're like, oh, I hope this works for me. Build some belief. Let me instill a little belief in you right now. Okay, you just jumped in, you paid your $35, and now you have a website, you have a Plexus business. Guess what? I am a Ruby ambassador. I am very close to matching my husband's income right now. For me, that's successful in under a year. That's, for me, I feel pretty good about that. I'm very thankful for that. I paid $35 too. I have the same opportunity that you have. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about my sponsor, Jana, who has a Plexus Lexus and is a Diamond Ambassador with a full 6-figure income. There's nothing special about her. She paid $35. She has the same products that you have to promote. She has the same business opportunity. We have nothing different about it. So you need to believe that you can accomplish what these other people have been able to accomplish. You have the same opportunity, and find that belief and make it be unshakable. If you have unshakable belief in this business, in this industry of network marketing, you can be successful. I promise you that. That belief is going to keep you going. You're hopeful right now. You need to turn that hope into some belief and really believe that it's going to work for you. When you decide that you're going to be successful, you will be successful. You just have to determine and believe that it's going to happen. And I promise you, it may not happen as quickly as you like. It might not happen as effortlessly as you could have imagined, but it can and will happen if you believe it and you allow that belief and your why to turn into income producing activities, which we're going to talk about in a minute. All right, so that belief is going to keep you going, and a way to build that belief is to be a product of the product. You need to believe in our products. You need to believe in our company and our business. Just build some belief and become really passionate about that. So I just said be a product of the product. Don't miss a day of taking your products. If you want to be successful in this business of Plexus, our products are a really big driving force in that. So don't miss a day of taking your products. And also don't wait until you have an amazing, mind-blowing health testimony. You may never get that. You may never lose 100 pounds through Plexus. I'm not ever going to lose that kind of weight. I'm not going to have a mind-blowing testimony like that. For me, my health testimony is a non-scale thing. You know what happened for me? The biggest thing that's happened for me on these products is my skin cleared up. The acne that I've struggled with my whole entire life since I was 13 had finally cleared up by getting my gut healthy. That's not a scale victory. That might be little to some people, but to me it was a big deal. And as soon as that happened, I let people know and I gave Plexus the credit for it. So pay attention to little things along the way. Are you sleeping better a week in? Are you not having as many sugar cravings? Did you pass by a plate of donuts and not need one? Pay attention to those things and share those along the way. Be a product of the products that's going to help you build belief, and it's going to help you have some credibility to share. And do not wait to share. You guys just got started, and it's okay that you don't have a testimony. Don't wait to share. You know what? Share your excitement. Share the fact that you just got started and you want to invite people to go on this journey with you. It looks like I'm frozen. Let me see here. Oh no. Can someone type in the chat box if you can still hear me, because it says I'm unstable and it says my internet connection is unstable. Okay, I'm going to keep going. All of you guys, I can't see you anymore. It's like gone. So I'm going to just keep going if you can still hear me. Okay, this threw me off a little bit. But okay, there you all are. Whew, all right, good deal. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you about is some daily activity. And I know that I fly through this stuff, so I hope you're taking notes. Write down what stands out to you, and we are recording, so if you need to go back and watch it, you can. I talk really fast, and I apologize. Next thing I want to talk to you about is daily activity. Welcome to network marketing, where you are your own boss, and you can work this business as much or as little as you want, but in order to be successful, you can't just work it like once every couple of days here and there whenever you feel like it. It has to be consistent, whether that's 5 minutes a day consistently or an hour a day consistently. It doesn't really matter. It's just whatever you do it every day. Do it consistently and come up with a good daily activity that's going to lead you to producing some income. Here's a good starting formula for income producing activity. A good thing to start out with. It's called 5-3-1. So you're brand new, you're not really sure what to do, how to get people to do this with you. You've shared your excitement on Facebook, you've started reaching out to some people. What really do I do? I'm my own boss, so I don't really know, what to focus on. 5-3-1. Write it down. Remember 5-3-1. What that means, you're going to reach out to 5 new people every day. You're going to message them and you're going to say as calmly as you can, don't overwhelm people with your enthusiasm. Be excited, but not too much. And let them know you're doing Plexus, you're excited, you thought of them, and you just want to know if you sent them some information, if they would look it over. Simple. When they say yes, you're going to start that conversation. You can ask your upline. If you get stumped, you don't really know how to answer the questions, your upline can help you, your sponsor can help you. That's what they're there for, so let them know. But you're going to reach out to 5 new people and say something like that. Then you're going to follow up with 3 people. So you've talked to those people, those 5 people, and then, a few days have gone by and they haven't really gotten back to you. You need to follow up with them. So 5 new people, 3 follow-ups, and then you're going to train 1 person on your team. If you don't have a team, you probably don't. You just got started. So if you don't have a team, train yourself. Watch 1 training video, read 1 chapter of a network marketing book, do something. So 5-3-1. 5 new people, follow up with 3, and train 1 person on your team. Simple. And if you have questions about how to reach out, how to follow up, ask your sponsor. That is what they're there for. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is making a list. This is big. We talk about this a lot. We talk about your why, and we talk about making a list all the time. So you're going to want to make a list. So start thinking about, I don't know if you've heard us talk about going silver. That's your first goal. Your first goal is to go silver. It's to get 3 people on your team, 3 people that want to do this with you, whether they want products at wholesale price or whether they want to work the business. You want 3 people. All right. So when you make that list, start thinking, who would be great? Who would be great at the product or would really benefit from the products, or who would really love this business opportunity? Let me just let you on a little secret. Everyone you know could either benefit from the products or the business opportunity. Everyone, start making a list and write everyone down that you can think of. And don't be intimidated by it. That doesn't mean that you have to call them all tomorrow. That does not mean that you have to text them all today. It just means you start making that list. Start writing every single person you can think of until your hand hurts. Your teachers from school, from elementary school, your cousins, your aunts and uncles and your grandparents and your mom and your dad and your siblings and your mailman and the person that helps you at Macy's or whoever you can think of, write them on a list. And as you start working your business and building belief and confidence, then you can refer back to that list and say, who are the 5 people that I'm going to reach out to today? And you can pick and choose from that list, whatever makes you comfortable, but you've got to do it. And you will overcome a lot of fear doing that, but just make the list. That doesn't mean you have to contact people, just make the list. Trust me, it's a great exercise and you need to do that. So, make your list. The next thing I want to talk to you about, I know I did say follow up already, but I just want to expound on that. Following up is the key to network marketing. It is the key. I don't like to think of us as salespeople. I like to think of us as people who share. And I'm not trying to make a buck off of anybody, but I do want people to have the same opportunity that I've had, and I do want them to have the same success on these products. So guess what? A lot of people do not have Plexus on the forefront of their brains like we do. For me, I'm thinking about Plexus all day long. It is all I can think about. It is like the most amazing thing, and I love it, and I talk about it, and I want to share it with everyone. But that person that I reached out to 2 weeks ago, they probably forgot. They're not thinking about Plexus like I am, so I need to follow up. It takes 5 to 7 exposures. This is not my opinion. This is a statistic. It takes 5 to 7 exposures before people have enough information or feel confident enough to make a buying decision. So that's going to mean that you need to follow up. It's not going to work if you don't. Rarely have I ever had success with my first contact reaching out to someone. My first initial conversation usually does not get me anything, and I have to keep following up. The key to following up, the trick to it, is to present them with some new information. So if you are running a special, if you found a testimony that makes you think of them, something, that is a really good trick. Don't just say, do you have any questions for me? Don't just say, have you thought any more about Plexus? That doesn't give them really anything to want to conversate with you about. You're going to want to give them some new information. Hey, I know we talked a couple weeks ago and you were interested. So I saw this video. It made me think of you. I just really want you to watch it. Or, hey, we've got free shipping the rest of the month. And I know you were thinking of buying. I didn't want you to miss out. Something that presents them with the information makes them feel like, oh, they're just thinking of me. Okay. I know I'm moving quick, guys. I hope you're good. Next thing I want to talk to you about is Facebook. This is the biggest tool for your business. If you're wanting to run with this, if you're wanting to make significant income with Plexus or any income with Plexus, Facebook is your biggest tool. Let me just say it's not your only tool. It's not, for sure. You can definitely have a lot of success with events and talking to people one-on-one and picking up the phone. That's great. But Facebook gets you connected with a lot of people very quickly and very easily for you. It's huge. So we need to take advantage of that. So what is the first thing that you can do with Facebook? You can start sharing. If you've not shared yet that you're doing Plexus, I encourage you to make a post as soon as we get off this call, letting your friends and family know that you are so excited that you have joined Plexus. You know that these products work. You've seen your friends be successful, and you're excited to have your friends and family come along this journey with you, and you want to invite them to do that. If they have any questions, they can message you. If they like your posts, follow up with them. If they comment on it, follow up with them. They're basically inviting you to share the information with them. So start sharing. And you're not just going to want to post a selfie every day with your pink drink. That's great, and it's very engaging, but it's not the only thing that you need to do. You need to do a rotation of posts. I always say, post something personal, then post a before and after or a testimony that you found. Post something about a product. Keep it interesting. Don't just post transformationals. Don't just post your selfie with your pink drink. Mix it up. Keep your audience engaged. You can copy and paste anything from other ambassadors that you see. We're not funny about that. If you see me post an amazing testimonial, copy and paste it, save the picture, post it on your wall. Don't click the share button. It's not going to engage your people. If they see you just shared something, they're not going to read it. Most likely, they're not going to read it. You can friend other Plexus ambassadors. I always say find someone that you relate to in Plexus who's killing it. Someone, if you're a guy, find a guy that's killing it in Plexus and do what they do. Post what they're posting. If you're a college student, find a college student that's doing incredible and post what they're posting. Obviously, they're doing something right, and I promise you that Facebook is definitely a big key to their success. So copy what they're doing. Copy and paste their posts. Just kind of model what they're doing on their page. I also want to encourage you, if you've just signed up with Plexus, don't bombard your people either. You definitely need to post, but you don't want to overwhelm people. And your friends on Facebook were your friends before Plexus, and they don't want you to feel like you're all of a sudden selling something to them or are obsessed with something and you're not posting about your life anymore. So you need to keep your posts on Facebook also about your family, your friends, your pictures, keep other people, keep us engaged in what you're doing outside of Plexus so that it doesn't just feel like a big, huge ad on your Facebook. All right. And different times of day. So you're going to post on Facebook. I always say probably 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night. That's kind of a good rule of thumb. You're going to have different people on in the morning, different people on during their lunch breaks, and different people on at night. Most people don't just sit on Facebook all day. Most people don't. So you're going to get a different audience each time of the day. Don't feel like you're posting too much. You might post something. You might not get any likes. That's okay. Keep posting. Those people that are going to contact you in a couple weeks, they're not liking your stuff. They're just watching. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it discourage you. I didn't have any likes on anything for the longest time. And most of my likes now are just from other Plexus ambassadors. So it doesn't mean anything. Just don't let it get you down. Don't worry about what people think. It's dumb. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you about is events. Okay. You guys are laughing at me, I think. It's all right. Anyway, events. I don't care what people think. So you can laugh at me all you want. Events, guys, this is great. Live events are great. If Plexus is doing their opportunity tour right now, I know we've got some people in Atlanta. I think they're coming to Atlanta. I know they're coming to Columbus. If you're remotely close to there and you can get a car full of people to go with you and hear from Plexus ambassadors about how their lives have changed and how the products have changed their lives and our CEO is there and all that. Like, bring people to that. That's going to be huge for you. Get your butt there and bring some people. It's going to be amazing. If you want to be successful with this and there's an event near you, you need to go. And let me just say also, we're not a party business, but events, I don't even call them parties because I feel like people don't want to come to your party where you're going to sell them stuff, but they might come to your opportunity event where you're just going to share some information with them with no pressure. People are open to that sort of thing. They're okay with that. Host one of those. It's going to be big for you. It's launching your business. Look at it like that. You're launching a business and you're inviting people to come. It's a good way to get a lot of people the information really easily, really quickly, personally. It's just huge for your business. And I love doing those. We normally have online opportunity meetings, and I'm definitely going to schedule those for March and April. If you see one of those, though, that someone else is doing, invite potentials to get on that call and listen to that. So when you're following up with someone, maybe say, hey, I wanted you to get on this call. I know you were interested. That's a good way to follow up too, is to invite them on an opportunity call. Events are huge. They are so, so good for your business. Next is to always be learning. I'm a big believer in personal development. You know what? For me personally, I was not a network marketer. When I started, I was not a professional at this. I still would use that term loosely when describing myself. Most of us have not been given the, credentials to be able to do this at a level that we would like to have the kind of success that we envision having. If you envision yourself having a Plexus Lexus, having hundreds of people on your team, and I hope that you see that, because that's what I see for myself, and I could see it for anyone. Anyone can do it. But here's the thing. We weren't born with these skills, most of us, and these are the types of things that have to be developed. We paid $35. We didn't have to go to school. We didn't have to get a degree. So all of this training is up to us. It's up to us to decide, how serious we want to take this and how professional we want to be. So when I got started, like I said, I didn't know anything, and I'm more of an introvert. People are surprised to hear that for some reason, but I am more of an introvert. I don't really typically like doing things like this, but it's something that I have had to develop along the way. I started reading books. I started flooding my day with YouTube training videos from Sonia Dudley, from Sarah Marble, from Celeste Gwynn. These are people in our company. If you would like to hear those names again, ask your sponsor. They know what I'm talking about, I promise you. YouTube videos all day, every day, just learning about Plexus, learning about network marketing, reading books, just personally developing myself so that I could be equipped to handle a large team, and I could be equipped to talking to people and presenting a business to people. These are things that we have to work on if we want to have success in this industry. So I encourage you to always be learning. When we have calls like this, get on them. I know, we're going to have another one next week, and I know you got on this one tonight, but you might hear something that you didn't hear last week, or, you might learn something new. Just because you get on one call isn't going to make you an expert. Just because you read one book, that's not going to make you an expert. Keep learning, keep growing. You're going to need to do that to feel confident in this business. It's huge. And I know I've talked a lot about it tonight, but I can't stress to you enough how big I think that is. Every time I get done listening to a training call or reading a book, do you know what it does for me? It motivates me. I immediately go do something productive, and that's huge. So, read books, listen to those YouTube videos, learn about our products, educate yourself. It's not going to take a lot of time. I know that the beauty of this is that it can be really part-time, but you're not going to ever regret investing in yourself, ever. So just do it. It's going to be really good for you. I've got to say, one of the blessings of Plexus has been how I have grown as a person, and it's helped me in all areas of my life, every single one. So I'm just going to get off my soapbox now, but I encourage you to develop yourself and grow. Another thing that you can do to always be learning and to find some resources is our groups on Facebook. We have amazing groups that you've been added to. My group is pretty good. Your sponsor probably has a good group. And when you build a team, you're going to want to start a group for your team, and you're going to want to post valuable information there as well. So you can look in the files section of our groups and you can find different documents that are going to help you. I want to encourage you to download the app for Facebook groups and add my group, your sponsor's group, and probably Slim Sisters group to your favorites so that you'll get notified when we post in there. So you won't miss anything. I don't want you to miss anything. I don't post in there for fun. I post in there for your benefit and for your growth. And interact on those. We like to see you interacting. So if your sponsor posts something, just click like so that they know you saw it and acknowledge it. That would be super encouraging for them. And you can also comment on it if that's appropriate as well. PlexusPowerTools.com is $10 a year. And there is a plethora of amazing documents, amazing graphics, all compliance approved. It's $10 for the whole entire year. So it's a great investment in your business. I was sad when I took that long to invest in that. I use it all the time, and I encourage you to get on there and use that. All right, so as you grow in this business, hopefully you guys go out and you get your 3 ambassadors on your team. Hopefully you do that soon, because that's going to be huge for you. Once you do that, though, I want to just talk to you about duplication really quick and training. Whatever you're doing right now, your team is going to do. So if you want to sign people up and you want them to go crazy and you want them to post every day and you want them to get on your training calls and you want them to post on your team page, guess what? If you've not been doing that, they're not going to do that either. You've got to set the example now for the team that you want to have. So if you don't get on these calls, they're not going to. If you don't make this a priority, they're not going to. If you're not sharing, they're not going to. Do the things that you would want people on your team to do. Whether you have a team or not, do those things now. And I promise you'll get a team. And then training, once you get those people, make sure you train them, make sure you equip them immediately as soon as possible. Give them the tools that they need to be successful. Business cards. I know I'm moving on to a totally different topic. Get some business cards, share them, leave them places, tip your waitress good, give her a business card, share the opportunity with people, use those everywhere, get in the habit of doing that. And then, last tip for you that I have, get a power partner. All right. This is crucial for your business. My business has exploded since I have gotten some people to really, really run this with me, to do this at the level that I was doing it. You need a power partner. What does that mean? That means someone that you are close with or can be close with, who is going to run with you. You just need one. And before you sign that person to your team, get with your upline and you guys feed off of each other. Be positive. Bounce ideas off of each other. Help one another. Support each other. Encourage each other. Pray for each other. Be that with your upline. And then hopefully you can go and get a team member like that, and you can be that for them as well. Having someone to hold your hand and pull you through and bounce ideas off with you and support and encourage you is going to be a game changer for you. Go find that person and get them on your team. So that is kind of, I know that's a lot. Don't be overwhelmed. Do not be overwhelmed. It's a lot, and it's a totally new endeavor that you're on for most of us. Some of you might have done network marketing before, but for most of us, this is new. And it's something that is going to stretch you, most likely. I want to encourage you to just jump in with both feet. That's what I did. That's what I see some faces on here on my team that are killing it, crushing it. That's what they did. They jumped in with both feet. And you know what? They've been passionate and they've been consistent. Those are the 2 things that are going to set you apart. All of these things we just talked about, if you can do them consistently and passionately, I promise you, you will be successful. Maybe not as quickly as you'd like. Maybe not at the rate, you've dreamed of. Maybe you want to jump in and you want to get that Lexus in 5 months. That might not be realistic. These are seeds that we plant. We are farmers in network marketing. That's what we are. We plant a lot of seeds. We work really hard, from the bottom. When we get started, we start working really hard and planting a lot of seeds. And then as we grow and we're passionate and consistent, we can reap a big harvest. And then we can scale back a little bit and take a breath. But you've got to put in the work now from the beginning and just be passionate and consistent. That's the main thing that I can tell you. If that's all you come away with is those 2 things, passion and consistency, you've pretty much got it. these other things you can develop and learn and grow as we go and develop into this, but the passion and consistency is going to take you where you need to go for sure. So that's all I got. I just talked a mile a minute. Yes. Did you mean to do that, Lynn? You can unmute yourself if you need to. You're still muted.
I got it. I wanted to show everybody, because I think when you talk about it and we all say, yeah, we'll do it, but they really should do it. And this is my list. It keeps going, but there are circles and stars by the ones who have joined. Woo-hoo. So it matters when you write it down, so you can see it visually. I need to highlight them to show it better. But a lot of them have circles or stars. It means they join. And if they have a little question mark, it means they might have a sample, and I'm still waiting, for their response. But it is
awesome.
Written. Yeah.
I love that. Love that.
My cute look.
I love that. Does anybody have any questions for me while we're here? I see some people have gone in and out, but anybody have any questions while we're here about just anything that I said or anything going on? No? Did you guys get all that?
Ashley, what was the name of that $10 website? Plexus what?
PlexusPowerTools.com.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Yeah, it's a great resource, and everything in there has been approved by compliance. So it's all, good information that Plexus is backing. Good resources and graphics too. So love that website.
Thanks.
Anyone else have anything? You guys are quiet. I'm going to stop recording.